Have you ever played Call of Duty, Apex Legends, or Titanfall? If you've enjoyed any of these blockbuster hits, then you've experienced the work of a true gaming industry legend, Vince Zampella. But who is the man behind some of the most influential first-person shooters of all time? Today, we're diving deep into the complete story of Vince Zampella, a visionary who has consistently redefined the landscape of modern gaming. Vince Zampella's journey didn't start at the top. His story begins in the early days of the gaming industry, long before blockbuster budgets and global esports tournaments. He cut his teeth at a small studio called 2015 Inc. This is where the seeds of a revolution were planted. In the late 90s and early 2000s, the first-person shooter genre was dominated by games set in sci-fi or fantasy worlds. But Zampella and his team at 2015 had a different idea. They were tasked by Electronic Arts to create a new installment in the Medal of Honor series. The result was Medal of Honor: Allied Assault, released in 2002. This game was a groundbreaking masterpiece. It dropped players into the visceral, chaotic battlefields of World War II with a cinematic intensity that had never been seen before. The D-Day landing sequence in Allied Assault is still talked about today as one of the most iconic moments in video game history. The game was a massive critical and commercial success, and it put Vince Zampella firmly on the map. Despite the success, Zampella, along with his creative partner Jason West and several other key developers from 2015, felt a growing desire for more creative control and a bigger share of their success. So, in 2002, they did something incredibly bold. They left to form their own company. They called it Infinity Ward. This move would change the course of gaming forever. With funding from Activision, their mission was to create the ultimate World War II shooter, building on everything they had learned from Allied Assault. In 2003, Infinity Ward released its debut title, Call of Duty. It was an instant phenomenon. The game refined the cinematic squad-based combat they had pioneered, introducing features like aiming down sights, which is now a standard in almost every FPS game. Call of Duty wasn't just a game, it was an experience. It won over 80 Game of the Year awards and established a new benchmark for the genre. Zampella and his team at Infinity Ward had created a monster. The studio followed up with Call of Duty 2, which was a launch title for the Xbox 360 and showcased the power of next-generation hardware. But their next project would elevate the series and the entire industry to a whole new level. In 2007, Infinity Ward released Call of Duty 4: Modern Warfare. Zampella and his team took a huge risk by moving the series from its historical World War II setting to a contemporary, fictional conflict. The gamble paid off spectacularly. Modern Warfare was a cultural reset. Its fast-paced, addictive multiplayer, complete with customizable loadouts and a persistent progression system, became the blueprint for online shooters for the next decade. The gripping single-player campaign delivered unforgettable characters like Captain Price and Soap Modern Warfare wasn't just a hit, it was one of the best-selling and most influential video games of all time, solidifying Call of Duty as a global entertainment juggernaut. Under Zampella's leadership, Infinity Ward followed up with Modern Warfare 2 in 2009. The hype was unprecedented, and the game shattered sales records, becoming the biggest entertainment launch in history at the time. Infinity Ward was on top of the world. Vince Zampella had gone from a developer at a small studio to the head of one of the most successful game development teams on the planet. But behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. Tensions began to rise between Zampella and West and their publisher, Activision. The dispute centered on creative control, unpaid royalties, and the future of the Call of Duty franchise. In March 2010, the situation exploded. In a shocking move, Activision fired Vince Zampella and Jason West, escorting them out of the office they had built. The news sent shockwaves through the industry. A bitter and public legal battle ensued, with accusations flying from both sides. Dozens of Infinity Ward employees resigned in protest and solidarity, choosing to follow their leaders. For Zampella, this could have been the end. But for a creator who had already revolutionized the industry twice, it was just the beginning of a new chapter. Undeterred, Zampella and West, along with many of their former Infinity Ward colleagues, quickly founded a new independent studio. They called it Respawn Entertainment, and once again, they partnered with Electronic Arts, the very publisher they had worked with on Allied Assault. A decade earlier, the industry watched with bated breath. What would Zampella's next move be? For years, Respawn worked in secret on their debut project. Then, in 2014, they unleashed Titanfall. This game was a breath of fresh air for the FPS genre, which many felt had grown stagnant. Titanfall blended fast-paced, on-foot parkour with the ability to pilot giant mechanical mechs called Titans. The fluid mobility system was revolutionary, allowing players to wall run, double jump, and traverse the map with incredible speed and agility. While Titanfall's multiplayer-only approach was debated by some, its gameplay was universally praised for its innovation and pure fun factor. It proved that Zampella and his team still had the magic touch. They followed it up in 2016 with Titanfall 2, which added a critically acclaimed single-player campaign that many consider to be one of the best in modern FPS history. The relationship between the pilot and his Titan, PT-7274, created an emotional connection that resonated deeply with players. In 2017, Respawn Entertainment was acquired by EA, cementing the successful partnership. Zampella continued to lead the studio, but his role began to expand. He wasn't just making games anymore. He was shaping the future of multiple franchises. In a surprise move in 2019, Respawn released Apex Legends, dropped with no marketing or prior announcement. This free-to-play battle royale game set in the Titanfall universe became an overnight sensation, attracting millions of players within days. Its unique character-based abilities, slick movement, and groundbreaking communication system raised the bar for the genre. Zampella's influence continued to spread. In 2020, he took on an expanded role at EA, heading up DICE, which was later rebranded to Ripple Effect Studios, and overseeing the future of the Battlefield franchise. It was a remarkable turn of events. The man who created Call of Duty Battlefield's biggest rival was now in charge of guiding its direction. He also oversaw the development of the critically acclaimed Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, proving his studio's versatility beyond the FPS genre. From the battlefields of World War II in Medal of Honor to the futuristic warfare of Titanfall and Apex Legends, Zampella's career is a masterclass in innovation, resilience, and creative vision. He's been at the heart of three genre-defining studio duo, No Satulima Infinity Ward, and Respawn. He's weathered corporate battles, founded multiple successful companies, and consistently delivered games that push the boundaries of what's possible. He's a true legend of the industry, and his story is a powerful reminder that with bold ideas and a refusal to compromise on quality, you can change the game forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the icons of the gaming world. See you next time.